Hello and welcome to Pretty Pessimistic. This is Zelda. Still nervous. Before this video starts, I wanted to jump in here today. I look absolutely... Please forgive me for any mispronunciations, and this is before I decided to actually do video with myself in it. I do appreciate you tuning in to watch this video. This is Pretty Pessimistic, where some of us see the beauty in the very ugly things in life. We're gonna go ahead and get right into it. If you do like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you don't, you can give it a thumbs down. I'm gonna stop talking. In March of 2021, Edilova went to the apartment of Barty Torbakov. Excuse me for my mispronunciation. Edilova went to the apartment of Torbakov to measure him for a suit in the southeastern city of Almaty. Sometime while Edilova was in his apartment, Torbakov made sexual advances at Edilova, who refused his advances. This must have enraged Torbakov, who was seen shortly after on surveillance video rushing Edilova into an elevator not long before brutally attacking Edilova, raping, killing, dismembering, and decapitating her lifeless body, only to then boil her decapitated head. This horrific man didn't stop there. According to Edilova's brother, Almaty Molikov, quote, "When we saw the photographs of the body parts, we saw that each nail was removed, every tooth was knocked out, and all put into separate plastic bags." Torbakov admitted to scattering Edilova's body parts across the city of Almaty in an attempt to hide her body. He also put the body parts in trash bags. Torbakov admitted to putting Edilova's body parts into trash bags and scattering them all over the city of Almaty in an attempt to hide her body. After killing Edilova, Torbakov attempted to cover his own murderous tracks by beheading her, ripping her teeth out, and removing her nails from her fingers. After Torbakov was found guilty, Judge Erkin Mashivnov sentenced the raped killer to 25 years in prison and ordered him to pay the victim's family $34,000 in partial compensation. Edilova was headed to do the measuring before she was expected to spend the night out with her boyfriend. CCTV footage shows Edilova entering the elevator, technically being ushered by Torbakov. This was the last time she was seen alive. Torbakov was known to be a medically trained pharmacist that comes from a good family. The police were alerted to Edilova being missing by her brother. After the police learned of Edilova's meeting scheduled to measure for the suit, they went to Torbakov's house, only to find Edilova's head boiling on the stove in his kitchen. Torbakov then proceeded to try and cut his own throat, in which he was rushed to the hospital and later confessed to the crime. Later, he changed this and only admitted to the murder, but not the dismemberment of Edilova. Edilova's family has labeled Torbakov an evil maniac who should never be let out of prison. Torbakov was put in jail on December 31st, 2021. A Kazakhstan courtroom had to listen to the awful details of what had become of this high-profile case. Edilova's brother, Almaty Molikov, was quoted saying, "Why did he do this if he is not a maniac?" If he is just needed to hide the killing, then why did he knock out every tooth and cut out each nail? Why did he slowly cut off her head and boil it in water? He killed my sister, and he spent about 24 hours dismembering her body, he told local media. Edilova was a 19-year-old fashion student, worked at a local tailor shop. She was from Kazakhstan, and she had a family that loved her. She was brutally murdered, dismembered, boiled by a pharmacist, a 28-year-old man who couldn't handle rejection. Unfortunately, things like this happen every day. But at least in this case, we can rest assured knowing that Torbakov will be in prison and Edilova has gotten justice, if that's what you can call this. Because she no longer gets to live and he gets to live his life. Even though it is in prison, he is still alive. Technically, the law says justice was served. A beautiful, bright light was stamped out. And Zelda are still here. If you like that video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any ideas of what kinds of cases I can cover next, please let me know in the comments below. For the family of Edilova and her brother and her parents and everybody that loves her, and Torbakov is getting what he deserves. If you have any ideas of cases that you would like to hear about, I am willing to look into anything. Not just true crime, but paranormal activity, mysteries involving all kinds of things. I think the next video that I'm going to cover is going to be about the Shelby Oaks project, which really is something that I find very fascinating. You know how people watch true crime. People watch true crime, get addicted to watching true crime, watch episode after episode after episode. That's more like what I mean. We find it fascinating and find it interesting, and not just true crime, conspiracy theories and paranormal activity. It's just kind of those of us that find those things to be a little bit fascinating. We find the beauty in the ugliest things in the world. So we see the fascinating parts. We see the fascinating parts of the ugliest parts of the world is what it should be, I guess. But beauty sounds better with the title. I hope you understand. I guess that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Oh, sorry about my nerves. My nerves suck so bad. And I look like